Msunduzi Municipality has repeatedly been accused of corruption, maladministration and terrible service delivery. This time, according to reports from a local newspaper, The Witness, this municipality has spent over 137 million rand. It was apparently used on consultants as a result of municipal staff not having the required skills to carry out the work. Let's get some reaction now on this with City Mayor Mzimkhulu Tobola. Mayor, good morning and thank you very much for your time. Now, we understand that a report by the municipality's former administrator actually revealed this, that 137 million was spent on consultants because the staff lacked the requisite skills to perform their duties. Firstly, is this in fact the case, and if so, why was this?
Good morning, Fundo, and your viewers. We are disturbed by the reporting of the witness. The way they reported this matter, to me, is unethical and uncalled for. When the ministerial representative, Mr. Duma, tabled his final report in Msunduzi, because his term had come to an end, he highlighted few areas that he felt that they still need our attention as council. One of that was reliance on consultants, saying that is one of the cost drivers. He pinpointed such areas such as, for example, that we spent last year 40 million on consultants at finance. Now, what actually happened there? We are busy implementing a system here, the SEP system. The contractor that we had, that we are in court with currently to recover the finances or the cost that we have paid them because they did not complete their work. We are in court as we speak with that contractor. But there are modules that were still outstanding. What council needed to do was, do we continue with this system or maybe we look for another system? Looking at the amount of money that we have put into this system, the best way for us was to say, let us just complete the modules that were outstanding so that we can have a fully running system that will be able to assist us perform our duties perfectly. Like, for example, what is outstanding, which has also come from the AG, is that in our reporting, we are not eNCA compliant. We need to deal with that so that we are able to. Now, you need specialists for that. It goes on and says about 65 million was spent on consultants and infrastructure. What does that mean? We do have capacity internally, for example, water services, electricity, and any other infrastructure services. But there are times, remember, Mfundo, in January, just in January this year, or December, we had a disaster in Msunduzi. 2021 January, there was another disaster in Msunduzi. 2 substations were burnt. The first one in 2021 was the Retief Street primary substation. The work that needed to be done there could not only be done by our internal staff. That we needed to involve other stakeholders like ESCOM and contractors for us to be able to continue providing a service to those residents that were not affected by that substation, but at the same time, resolve the problem there. This happened in December, January this year in Northgate. We had to involve outsiders to come and assist us.
Okay.
That does not mean
Mayor,
no skills in Msunduzi.
Pardon my ignorance in this respect, because what I'm gathering from you is that you're saying you needed extra capacity. You could have gone out on tender. You had an administrator, their competent administrator, saying they are concerned about your reliance on consultants. Obviously, they would have an appreciation of the disaster that had befallen the municipality. So most certainly, they weren't talking about that. And even when you speak about the witness saying that they actually did not report ethically on this matter. You're breaking it down for us. Eventually, we'll get to 137 million, which in fact was used for consultants. So it is accurate in that respect. But the only thing is that you are then giving reason as to why 137 million would have been utilized. But the story would then be correct, that there was a reliance on consultants and this money went to them. And if you look at the 40 million for the specialists in finance, was there no possibility to hire the specialists in finance a long time ago? Because there is no unique situation. The finance department has always existed within the municipality. So this discipline has always existed. Why would you not capacitate yourself and hire the financial specialists to deal with this as opposed to getting consultants?
First of all, we did not just willy-nilly appoint consultants. The consultants we have used on infrastructure are consultants who are on our database. In other words, it was not just the disaster. The disaster, I was making an example that during those disasters, we needed extra capacity, meaning that we do have enough capacity. But again, on the financial system, we were trying to assist the finance department to be compliant. Hence, I said the system we are using is a system that is not just only focusing on the finances of the municipality, but it's a system that assists the municipality to function properly, and I'm referring to the SET system, which is live as we speak in the municipality. And on our side, we see value for money that was spent there. Again, we went out on tender for dealing with that one. That's why I'm saying today we are in court, because there was a breach of contract between the service provider that was given the contract to install the system for the municipality, who, in our view, did not give us the product that we wanted. Hence, we had to get extra capacity to finalize that. But it's a once-off thing. Within the municipality, we know very well that we have enough capacity when the system, remember, the system is not owned by us, but if it's up and running, then that system will assist us to deal with the issues of Msunduzi. But I'm saying it's unethical.
Mayor, apologies, I'm just going to have to interject there. We'll continue this very important conversation with